Alright, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and my fellow dweebs, Spank the Monkey back again with another video of Singles BOJINGLES. So I've picked up a couple of cards over a couple of weeks, and yeah, let's just get right to it. Alright, here we go. So I picked up a couple of lands, Foreboding Ruins, okay. Game Trail. We have Cinderglade over here. Smoldering Marsh. We have Prairie Stream, Sunken Hollow, Drowned Catacomb, yep. And Isolated Chapel. I think this is from the Dominaria remastered set. Woodland Cemetery from the original Dominaria set. Clifftop Retreats, Black Cleave Cliffs. Right, then. So we have Mythic here, Lithoform Engine, 4 cast artifact, allows you to copy target activated or triggered ability, target instant or sorcery spell, or target permanent spell. So maybe even a creature spell, yeah. Let's put that over here. And then we have a Steel Hellkite, always a good card for artifact decks. Let's put that over there. Okay, land over here. Next, we have Strionic Resonator. Obviously, I think I'm, investing in some of these support artifacts for some of my commander decks. So this allows you to copy triggered abilities. Mystic Forge, again, keeping with the artifact theme. This will be good for my Joyra deck that I set up recently. Allows you to look at the top card at any time. You can cast artifact cards or colorless non-land cards. So Eldrazi's I think would come in here as well, and then you can exile a top card. Lightning Greaves, nice staple. Sword of the Animist, probably the most underrated sword, but yeah, it's pretty great. Okay, we have an enchantment here, so it's Fable of Wolf and Owl with 3 colorless and hybrid Simic to cast. Whenever you play a green spell, you may put a 2/2 wolf creature token into play, and whenever you play a blue spell, you may put a 1/1 bluebird creature token with flying into play. Right? That goes into my collection. We have Olivia Crimson Bride from the Crimson Vow set. It's a foil, nice one actually. So it's 4 and Rakdos cast. 3/4 Vampire Noble Legendary with flying and haste. So whenever Olivia Crimson Bride attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped and attacking. It gains when you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. This one will go into my Ishin deck to double up on those triggers. Okay, we have Tamio Field Researcher. I currently have a Galea deck. Thinking of maybe tweaking and adding a couple of planeswalkers in there for support, just to have a more focused gameplay. So that's a mythic. Right, a white staple, Chroma's Will. I always love this card. I think this will go into any white-based feature deck for sure. Avacyn's Memorial. So this is a legendary artifact. Gives other legendary permanents indestructible, and this will slot in perfectly into my what is that deck again? Where Dihada, Binder of Wills, where it's a legendary matters deck. Blasphemous Act, nice board wipe here. Goblin Engineer, again playing into the artifact theme, putting this into that Joyra deck as I mentioned earlier. So when it enters battlefield, search your library for an artifact card, put it in the graveyard, and then you can tap it, pay red, sacrifice an artifact, then you return target artifact card with converted mana cost 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Can go into my Osgear deck as well. Freed from the Real, very multi-purpose card. Can also be used for combos. Put that over there. Okay, High Tide, instant whenever until end of turn, whenever a player taps an island for mana, that player gets an additional blue. So some utility there. Verdurant Enchantress. I'm thinking of putting together a Thrun Breaker of Silence deck, where I think this was featured by the Professor recently. Seems a very nice deck, so I'm thinking of building that. So this will go into that particular one. Sanctum Weaver, again, going into that particular deck. Crash of Rhino Beetles. I don't have this card yet. Wanted to add this to my collection. Could be a good utility card, depending on the type of deck that I'll build. So, nice pickup for me. Eidolon of the Blossoms. Again, this will slot in right into either an Enchantress deck or the Thrun deck that I mentioned earlier. And the aforementioned Thrun Breaker of Silence. Planning to put a mono green deck together based on this commander. I actually got two, so I can have one commander and one in the 99 for another deck that I might build. Okay, next we have Setessan Champion, another card perfect for that Thrun deck. So whenever an enchanted enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on Setessan Champion and draw a card. Okay, next we have Obscuring Haze coming from C20. It's one of those free-to-cast instants. And yeah, good protection spell for my commander. A Collector Oof. I think I have a deck that could use this. I forget now which one, but I just saw this in the list of cards available, so I decided to pick up a copy for myself. Cream of the Crop, interesting enchantment. Not sure what this set is from, but it's 1 and green to cast, and says whenever a creature comes into play under your control, you may look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the creature's power. If you do, put one of those cards on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Nice. Okay, Bear Umbra, so it's a aura with 2 green to cast, enchant creature. And that creature gets 2/2, and whenever this creature attacks, untap all lands of control, and has totem armor. Pretty important. Next, we have a nice pickup here, Parallel Lives for those token decks. Yeah, so I got this at a good price, so decided to pick this up, although I don't really need it yet, but could definitely use this in some decks that I'll be building in the future. Last, we have Doubling Season. This card is always very high in terms of value, and still continues to be one of these sort of expensive cards. This is from the Double Masters set. I could use this in some of the decks that I have right now. Like I can use this in my IV deck, but certainly good pickup. I got this at a very good price. I think only coming down to like maybe $40. Yeah, so not bad for a pickup, and that's a mythic right there. So those are my upgrades that I picked up for this week. Obviously, we got a lot of good mythics over here, a lot of utility rares, and obviously the Thrun that I plan to build. So thanks for joining us on this one, and hope to see you soon. Bye.